that right, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks battered.
What does?
State here. Your GoPro's in as bad a nick as state at car. I'm going to be filthy by the time
I'm in
we
a
get out
van,
of here.
Alan. We're in a van.
Van.
It's a van.
Right. What time are we on? Oh, it's still morning. Good morning, Fisher people. I'm Alan Norris from Fish on TV. This is our kid, Ollie, David Wood from Baguptv.
Let me just have a swig before we start.
And we are here at the birth of the van chats, aren't we?
Mm.
If you remember, we got froze off at Hallcroft.
Yes.
And we had a chat here for about 10 or 15 minutes and people loved it, didn't they?
10 or 15 minutes. You went on and on and on like normal, didn't you?
Oh, all right then, Dave.
Anyway.
So good morning to you. Episode 19, I think it is,
Is
Dave.
that what it is?
Yeah. Should have been a lot more, really. We've been a bit slack at times, haven't we? But we're here for another van chat at the wonderful Ayfield Lakes. We've just got it all pegged out for the big Garbalino British Rod Championships next Thursday, aren't we?
Yeah, I can't wait, to be fair. You know, walking round and stuff and...
There's people
just
catching like
yeah,
hell. There's fish all over.
Fish all over.
We're like, oh, why aren't we fishing?
Yeah, I've got my tackling van and all.
It looked brilliant, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? It always looks great here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If you look after it, and yeah, fantastic. So can't wait for the golden rod. Can't wait for the British Garbalino British Rod Championship of 2025.
We've just seen a few cadets, haven't we, in Lake? Swimming about.
Yeah,
Big ones as well, aren't they?
Mm.
Beauties.
Can't wait for next week, Alan. We've
No.
got it all sorted, haven't we?
Yeah.
But let's start off the van chat as we normally start it off with the comments from last time. So let's see if we've got any nice comments.
Okie dokie.
Eddie, I best take my glasses off for this.
I need them on. Opposite way around.
Yeah. Eddie Lisa, 1986. I've only been fishing for about 4 years. Absolutely love it. It's brilliant for my mental health. You two really make me laugh, and I listen to both you, and it's very good tips. Thank you, Eddie Nix.
Yeah. I think it means I make him laugh, not you.
Well, you are the idiot out of us, aren't you?
Well, maybe so. Anyway, we've got the bread maker, Mr. Warburton. Ken Warburton.
Steve Curtis.
Great entertainment as always, guys, but don't leave it as long next time between chats.
Yeah,
exactly.
we have
It's just
done,
what we've been saying. But it's only a month this time. We do it every month. We try and do one a month.
Try.
Good luck in the final, Notion. Don't forget, even if you pick a favoured peg, fish have fins. Even if you pick a favourite, fish have fins and move on.
You've got 2 sets of glasses on you now.
Huh?
You've got a glasses here and a glasses on your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
We'll talk about the final in a bit because...
Which one?
Thou art! Right. Mick Chew. Thank you for the mention. I love the van chat. Sat here with a smile on my face listening to both of you. You enjoy all things fishing. Hope your competition sells out. Good luck. Look forward to watching it and the matches unfold. Until the next time, keep on bagging and doing your best. Thanks very much, mate.
Cheers, pal. And we've got John McKean. Great chat. Lottery funding is what they should try. I think he's meant to put something which just cut off it. Should try. I think we were on about the fundraiser,
Yeah,
weren't we?
we were, yeah.
And I agree with that. There should be some kind of lottery funding, but I've been involved with that with squash years ago, and it's an absolute nightmare. You need somebody who knows what they're doing to get that funding. They've got to be very clever people. So best of luck in the finals. Keep bagging. It's keep on bagging.
Benny Ball, great to see you lads back in the van. What a fantastic concept for the British Rod Championship. Being a predominantly rod angler, I will watch this with interest. Watch it, get in it, Benny. You can only do your best. Keep on bagging.
Keep on bagging. Daz Kennedy. Alan is definitely getting better. I'll be the first to admit. He watches, listens, asks the right questions to the right people. Where Dave is not down for a change.
You what?
Too stuck in his ways, same old, same old.
Who do you think's showing him the way? Eh? Who's that?
Daz Kennedy. Well said, Daz.
Daz. You are not my favourite person at the moment.
Sorry, Dave, I had to read it out. It did tickle me, that.
We are always learning as fisher people, aren't we, Alan?
We always mention it, don't we? There's always, you've got to keep an open mind. Even Tommy Pickering, Steve Ringer, they always keep an open mind about everything. They want to know every little nook and cranny of the extra percents that you might be able to get. They want to know it all. So.
And listen, there's a few things that we don't tell you, isn't there? We don't mention it all. We try and mention as much as we can, but these little extra bits that we do learn, with you being on a fishery now and me, we're out and about on the bank more and stuff like that, learning off people. I'm always learning off everybody else. Yeah. You know, the stuff that I've learnt off Darren Cox and Waggler Fishing and all sorts. We always talk about stuff, don't we? So it's we're in a bit of a clique now, aren't we? Where we're talking to people, we're knowing.
And the thing is, they're never massive things, are they?
No,
it's just like little bits that may or may not make a difference, and if it does, it's like, you know, you've done the right thing. And they don't always work all the time, do they? These little bits and bobs. It's no massive secret baits. It's been bothered to remember when to do it. And
that's right. That's right.
And I've shown people stuff, and then I've seen them a week later, and they're doing the same old thing.
Back to their old ways is what they do. Yes. Anyway, getting blocked.
That's not happening, mate.
Fred Davis, great van chat, and great to see you both qualifying on a lot of these finals, as well as just Jeff and Tisda. Oh yeah, they did qualify, didn't they? And well done to Alan on your third placing in the golden reel, he's put, but it's rod. And just Jeff also picking up some bloody hell. You love Jeff, you. Heartfelt commiserations to you, Dave. As we all know, it's draw dependent, and on the day it will happen. Keep the faith and keep on bagging and fish on. Thanks very much, Fred.
Not a true word said there, because I've had 4 years of absolute
Fred, you're in the club.
So pleased to see you get a podium finish, Alan. Thought Dave had bagged a section win on second day.
I thought I'd done it.
I know. Great to see the Fantastic Four in the final. Tidsy, Just Jeff, Nosh and Woody.
The Fantastic Four. I like that. Maybe we could swap Jeff with someone else, and then it would be fantastic, wouldn't it?
I like our Jeff. He was good company in Golden Rod.
He were good old Jeff.
He was.
He were. Drove me mad, but he were alright.
He's good company.
Nigel Craneham, I think it is. Well done, Alan Dave. Love the concept of the new match. As ever, entertaining and fun chat, so be mighty and fish on. And keep on bagging. Be mighty, fish on, and keep on bagging.
At last, another mighty van chat. Great to see Nosha picking up a few brown envelopes for the wife. Don't tell her. And qualifying for the finals. Picking up on the points, Alan needs to quicken up in matches. Maybe he should do what his mate Mr. Ringer does, and have spare feeders ready to clip on. I've done that.
Block him.
No, I've done that, and you know something, sometimes you obviously don't do it yourself. Sometimes I can't get the feeders off them
and I
clips.
tell you what, sometimes I do it as well, and when you pick one of them feeders up,
it's gone dry.
It's gone dry, and it's not as good as you originally, just going like that, putting some pellets on, putting your thing on, and making sure that it's right.
I don't think 5 or 6 seconds is going to make any difference whatsoever, so not for me. Good luck to the both of you. The new competition, I'm sure it'll be well supported. But yeah, clipping them good old feeds on, sometimes it'll just go bang straight off. Oh, that's how you do it. And that next time I just cannot. I don't know whether it's land or what it is. Some are tighter than others or what. But it's sometimes I wish I'd never done. I have done it. I don't find it any quicker.
We do it at Worsborough sometimes, don't we? Because we're having longer chucks at Worsborough. they dry out a lot, and I think to myself, no, I'm not bothered with that now. I'll just, when I bring it in, I'll just go, whoa, nice, good pellets on it, and I know it, and then I've got it in my head, then I know it's good, and you might get a bite.
And
but
plus people like, now and again I'll show it to camera, people like to see how you load it, because I've watched people load them, and I'm thinking, God, what are you doing? Have you not watched any videos? They don't know how to do it.
No, I know.
So
but I'll tell you what, sometimes on the video as well, when I do a live match, I'll show bits before, but when I'm in the zone, I don't film. And when I'm catching and when I'm in the zone and I'm doing this, doing fast, you build up your speed, don't you?
Yeah.
Like they might see you doing it a bit slow and that at the start, chuck it out and stuff, but you're just starting the match, you're building, aren't you?
Yeah.
And then when you get in the groove and you're in the zone, it's like woof, straight back out, you've done it.
Said it before loads of times. I've seen people land a fish at side of me, and I've landed a fish, and within seconds you're back in. And I think I'm slow. Some anglers, they're there for ages, aren't they? Ages and ages and ages and ages. So, and when you feed a fish, it's not a rush, it's not a race, is it? It's not like an F1 fishing with cast a shallow, is it? So, I ain't got a problem with it. More people seem to have a problem with it than me.
Yeah, another one blocked. Fishing Minty, I think he's called. Cheers, guys. First van chat I've seen. Thou art, Babby. So you've got 3 years to catch up on. YouTube recommended your channel after I watched some of your videos on the tackle channels. Oh, that's nice to get a new person watching the videos, doesn't it? And YouTube reckon it. Thanks for the follow.
Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, welcome.
Paul Chapman, pleasure to watch, lads. Hopefully a bit of sponsorship round the corner for Nosh. You deserve it. Ooh. We've spoke about that before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I don't chase it. I don't chase sponsorship.
Oh, else?
Yeah, I've got another one. Good chat as usual. Really pleased for Alan at the Golden Rod final. Keep the videos coming. Both brilliant.
Paul Kendall, what a fantastic competition. Well done, Dave and Alan, for the course of the Garbolino for their sponsorship. It's going to be a fantastic watch too. I'm already booked up this year, but really looking forward to watching the matches. Thanks, Paul.
Paul Somerset, is that who you just read out?
No, Paul Kendall.
Oh, Paul Somerset. Great chat from the both of you as always. And great to watch. Oh yes, and great to watch. Thanks for the mention. Hope you both do well this year. I know Nosh is having a great year already.
Great.
He's having a great run. Best wishes to you both. You can only do your best and keep on bagging. Cheers, pal.
Colin Crowley, brilliant lads. Enjoyed the van chat. And then we've got James Atkin Fishing. All right, James, he's got his own channel, so check that out. Another very good van chat, boys. Just checked out the venues for the British Rod Championship, but the closest one to me is 3.5 hours drive.
Yeah, it is.
And the Lindholm one is 4. Just too far away at my age.
He's way down south, isn't he?
Yeah.
Where they catch all them hippos.
Thank you both for the video chat. Down south.
Down south.
That's, and I'll tell you what, we talked about this though, didn't we? And the reason why we ain't gone down south with it is because obviously we're up north.
But we're still going 2.5 hours for us on to some of them, aren't we?
But that's what I mean. We're still going to Makins, which is 2 hours. And then Medlands is what? Birmingham, innit? Somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's 2 and a bit hours. 2.5.
So, you know, we haven't just kept it up here at north. I mean, some of it is in the Midlands. Yeah. But down south, they always seem to struggle with tickets, don't they?
Yeah.
So they're in...
To sell tickets, that is.
To sell tickets. So when, like, I've seen before when Phil and Maver Match This are on and all that stuff, they seem to struggle to sell tickets down south for, like, big qualifiers and stuff, don't they?
Yeah.
So we just thought, we'll keep it a little bit further up here. But we've still got a 2.5 hour drive, haven't we?
Yeah. There seems to be, for some reason, I don't know why, a big nucleus of anglers round. I would say, would I be right in saying from Doncaster down to the other side of Birmingham? Worcestershire?
Yeah.
there's a big nucleus of anglers in that area, isn't there? So why go somewhere where you might not get very many people?
Plus, we're going to the venues that we know how to fish as well, don't we?
Yeah, true.
Which is a bit selfish, I suppose. But
no,
we're running it. You've
Yeah.
got to put it in your favour. I mean, you don't see Lee Kerry running a blooming pole match, do you? So you've got to think to yourself, well, he's doing it for a reason.
Well, it wasn't just that day, because we do all these bomb and feeder leagues and stuff.
Yeah.
It's always in winter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the success on the Bake Tech Rodmaster that we had last year, you then just said, I fancy doing a summer one.
Yeah.
Why do I have to always do these rod ones in winter?
Well, yeah.
It's becoming so popular now, isn't it? The rod ones.
And I know the reason for is because we didn't want to make it just feeder, because we went on an event last year and it was just feeding. You could see all these carp on surface, couldn't you? And we were like, oh God, I wish I could catch. And the weights weren't very good.
No.
So like we went to Allcroft and you were winning like a section with skimmers and stuff like that. And if you got a carp, it were a bonus. And I thought, well, why can't we fish a waggler? Why can't we fish a rod?
It gives you a chance to catch them shallow then,
yeah,
doesn't it?
it gives you a chance to a different method. And if they are on the surface and it is hot, then it will become a waggler match, won't it?
Yeah,
But,
like today, for example. Millions. On top
so
today.
there were a few things why we didn't go down south,
Yeah.
to be fair. That, because it's too far for us to travel. We're running it. We wanted to keep it up here, but we also wanted to include a lot of people, didn't we? We
Yeah.
didn't want to just... We could have just done the King of the North, couldn't we, and had it up here. to be
Yeah.
fair.
Well, that would have been selfish, wouldn't it? King of the North. I like that though.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll do another one. So,
Hey, look, drop it again.
Adrian Matthews, have you read this one out? Great video, lads. Trying to catch up on the van chat. Didn't realise there were 3. Oh, I've done that one, haven't we? Yeah, have we? Well, maybe another one. 3 years worth. I fished a charity match at Lindholm for the England disabled team a few weeks back. It's disgusting that they have to pay fundraise for 99% of it themselves.
Yeah, I know.
Anyways, see you in the British Rod Champs. Ooh,
Nice one.
Adrian Matthews.
Yeah.
It is disgusting that they have to pay for it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Especially as well, disabled England team. You know,
Yeah.
it should be some sort of charity event or whatever.
Should be some. Well, there should be some funding from country.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They fund everything else, don't they? Great chat as always, lads. Thanks for reading out my comment. And well done, Nosh, on your 3rd place in the Golden Rod final. And hope you can both do well in other finals that you were in. So tight lines and good luck. Cheers, pal.
Got a couple here. Stuart Togbone, another good van chat, lads. I've got another product recommendation for Alan.
Oh, nice.
It's from Aldi this time. It's Mighty Yeast Extract to go with the Mighty Aftershave from Bowman. Seriously though, I've used yeast extract to flavour meat and pellets to great effect. As I know you like to flavour and colour your baits, Dave.
The mighty aftershave, eh? I'll have to go try it.
Right, last one from me. Stephen Anderson, great chat again, lads. By the time you read this, the Mighty Nosher has become top bagger. Well done to your big place, and nice to see Dave not wanting to headlock anyone. Get rid of
Yeah, you
headlock.
talked about that for a while, haven't you?
Keep it
There's
up.
John Murray.
Great crack, lads. Grant. Oh, it's Grant.
Ah, Grant. Ando.
Yeah.
Steve Ando.
Right, that's it from me.
Top notch, lads. Some quality topics on the chat today. Plenty to talk about in the van next time. Great show. And that's from Clive Cottingham. Cheers, pal.
Yeah, that'll do. I think we've read
You
pretty
could go on,
much.
you could go on forever and ever. couldn't
Yeah.
you?
We've read everybody out there, I think. Let me have another swig of this water. I got a right dry mouth today,
Yeah.
Alan. All that salad I've been eating.
Oh, yeah, a bit solid, all right. Salt normally dries your mouth out, doesn't it? When eating salt, crisps and crap like that.
No, I'm on the 2-for-1 salad at Pizza Hut. You remember that? Remember when I went, oh, I've got
Yeah,
a notification.
that's another lie.
2-for-1 salad. Anyway, we best talk about it, haven't we? What are you doing in my van, rooting about?
I've just seen what salad you've got here. obviously been to McDonald's and all.
Without saving that, you've got to have you've got to have an array of dips just in case. Look, ketchup, curry sauce.
What we got here?
What? Oh, that's nice. That
Sparkling. It's cold and all that, Dave.
is it. Get your
Hey.
big dirty mullets off that.
I'm filthy. I'm gonna have to wash all my tackle. I'm absolutely bloody filthy.
Here. Right. So anyway, I suppose we best talk about Alan's big final and his other big final and all this stuff.
You don't have to. I can talk
No.
about all you want.
We'll talk about it because it's good. So, you've been on a bit of a roll, haven't you?
Yeah, it's catch-up time, I suppose, isn't it? You can call it.
Catch up time with Alan. How did you get on, Dave? Crap. Alan, how did you get on?
I've done all right.
Yeah, you've done all right.
I've been steady away.
Right, tell us about the goldenrod anyway. Because,
Golden Rod. Well, we had a great time, didn't we? We had some laughs down there, didn't we?
Yeah.
Singing in hotel.
yeah, that were all right.
That was
weren't
all
they?
right. Me
Oh,
and Jeff.
Remember that meal? We went to. Clive goes, follow me, boys. I know it's a lovely meal here. Anyway, we drive down to this place, don't we? Big.
Oh, again, River.
Big, yeah. Big
Yeah.
like hotel on river, and it looked lovely.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, they do gammon, they do this, they do pie, and all that stuff. didn't we?
I remember now.
We were very looking forward to it. Must have waited an hour and a half.
Yeah, but
didn't
can't you
we?
remember to start with? Oh, I'll have the so-and-so. Oh, no, we've run out of
Yeah, yeah. No, because we were going to have a mixed grill, weren't we?
that. Yeah.
No, not got that. Right.
Oh, what? Anyway, what have you got?
Yeah.
Because we were starving, weren't we?
Absolutely starving. We'd just finished match, I think it were on second day, weren't it?
Yeah.
And Clive took us to this place, and then we ended up waiting an hour and a half, and we were all just like drained, weren't we?
It was a nice pint, though.
Yeah, we're a nice pint. And I tell you what, when it finally come, I had that pie. You had pie as well, didn't you, I think?
Yeah, I did, yeah. It was lovely.
Right, lovely, wasn't it?
Very nice.
Took nearly 2 hours like to come, but
Yeah.
we were ready for it, weren't we?
Oh, not half. But a damn sight better than them fish and chips that we had the day before.
Oh, God.
All right, looking forward to it. I had fish and chips for ages, and I was like,
He
ooh.
took us, didn't he, that fella?
George.
Yeah, George, yeah. Who were in hotel, and he went, oh, it's a good fish and chip. And he's from down south, though, isn't he, that George?
They've no idea. They cook all the fish and chips in vegetable oil and all that crap down there. It's beef dripping his fish and chips.
Absolute crap, weren't it? We went in there and we were like, oh, fish and chips after the match. Go on,
And they
then.
looked all right, but they were just crap, weren't they? I mean, them chips were like bits of Gandhi's flip-flop. They were just dry as hell.
Dry as a bone. The fish were terrible, weren't it?
I've had a fish and chip shop, so I know what they should be like. And them chips were just like, they'd have all gone straight in bin for
Yeah.
me.
I didn't
Rubbish.
enjoy it. I think I ate half of it and chucked it.
And Jeff were like, oh, these are nice.
Yeah, I thought, Jeff, I've never been to a fish and chip shop, mate.
So really disappointed there.
Yeah.
But the
George, you let us down.
Yeah, he did, George.
Big time. I'm never listening to him again.
And they were a lovely Chinese and an Indian.
Yeah, they were,
Lovely.
yeah.
We should have got one of them.
And there were loads of people going in and out of there, weren't there? And that fish oil,
Yeah.
there must have been one person.
No, it was quite busy when we went in. But they were crap. Like I said, they looked all right, but tasted crap. They were.
Anyway, enough about the food.
Oh, yeah. But the food were nice at the boozer, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
By the time.
So,
we got-
yes, golden rod time. Practice day. Absolutely shocking. Couldn't buy a bite on practice
I
day.
did all right, you know. I come fourth in match.
Yeah, you had a good day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where did you draw? About 7 on special.
7, yeah. That was when George Parker drew peg
4.
4 and he emptied it down that side.
180, 90 pound or something, wasn't it?
I had a good day. I just really patient, and I only had 4 carp and 3 skimmers. So I had 4 carp, 3 skimmers. I weighed 67 pound. Them carp were 18 to 20 pound each nearly. They were monsters.
Same with chicken, he had 3 for 54 pound, didn't he?
Yeah.
So we're giving you a bit of a build-up here about speculating the fish in the lake. So when it's come to we've all spoke that end pegs, you've got to draw well on these finals. And I'd just started to hit a little bit of form, but I'd also been drawing okay up to it as well, hadn't I?
Yeah, you've been drawing quite well, haven't you?
Which is unusual for me. I know people say I used to make excuses, but you just know, we've spoke about that a million times. Into the bag. I forgot what peg number it was now. What was it that? Was it 20? It was the end peg on the Burbank. next to the island. I forgot what number it is.
Well, I were on 22 the day before, so it must have been 24 or 27, somewhere there.
Yeah, it was 20 something.
I think it was 26.
The end peg.
Just where the island were, weren't
Yeah.
it? And I know it's a good peg because I drew the same peg last year, which were 22, and I caught nothing. But the guy who drew your peg, the end one, was Steve Cooks, I think his name is. Cooksy, they call him.
Not sure.
And he did really well, chuck it to island and down that edge. So I knew you were gonna do all right.
And yeah, I mean, and he set the rule in this year where you weren't allowed to chuck past the next peg, were you?
It were a little bit different on the ruling, weren't it?
Just to make it fair, which to be fair, I think it worked, because when we get on to the next day, it was frustrating for me that last day. But anyway, this first round, I've got the island, and people have said you can't chuck past this peg here, halfway past this peg here. I'm like, oh right, okay. I think, well, that's going to be quite a bit off the island. But then Phil's come round. He went, Alan, point of the island is yours. All right, that'll do. He's the organiser.
It's got to be, hasn't it? Because you're there anyway.
Yeah. So I've started short. Had one or two with a few skimmers, but not great. I were hoping for a better start than that. Lovely margin to left, and I've gone to that island, and it's just been, if I said steady away all day, I was steady away all day. I think I had about 20 minutes where it just went, and that's when I came off to go back on my short line and have a look at margins. It took about another 20 minutes to get the island going again. I could not catch him in margins. Don't know why.
You normally catch him to that.
Yeah. Couldn't catch. I got liners, but then big bow waves. They were like coming in and then off. I couldn't catch them.
Yeah.
It was doing me head in.
That's Match Lake all over for you down there.
I could not catch them. I've learnt a bit since then how to approach it next time. So I've gone back out island. Took about 15-20 minutes, and then Les Marshall's been catching big uns in margin halfway down. Some big 10-12 pounders I heard. And I think I've had four to five fish in the last 20 minutes. Just now again, I picked up a little bit, started catching. And I've managed to win the set at 80 odd pound, didn't I? Can't remember exactly. 88 was it?
I thought it were 86, weren't it? And then didn't he have 84, Les?
Yeah, he was about
something like
about
that.
Two. It was Les. I beat Les. I won the section and only just pipped Les by about a pound and a half.
Pound and a half, yeah.
So that was a section win, the perfect score for the first day, wasn't
and
it?
that's what you want, Alan. You got to have that to get you going. You know what I mean? I think the top three in the section, you're all right.
Yeah.
I think if you're pushing 4, 5, you're a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
But top three, and we're all chuffed for you, weren't we? On that first day.
It was brilliant. I had loads of people coming up and wishing me luck and that, and our gang we were all of them, weren't we? It was brilliant. And then
day two, he drew. I remember going up. I remember sat there, right, and you're going up to him, and he went, because he calls him out as Phil, and he goes, Alan Norris, and then everyone went, go on out, and then Waco went, mightiest, go on out, and we're all shouting, we're all shouting, go on, like that, and it was just a big proper, and you went boom.
End
peg on Spessy, and then Phil read it out, and everyone were like, "Got in there."
But it was out of end pegs. There, it's not the one, is it?
No, it's not.
It's not the one. And it came third in section the day before. Alex Doherty on it. And the most frustrating thing throughout that match was that everybody that walked past said all the fish are all up the bank that I wasn't allowed to catch up to.
No, you could only cast up to next peg, couldn't you? So you had to like feed in front and feed down.
And the weather changed for worst, didn't it? And the whole lake switched off.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
So you've gone from, on the practice day, 190 odd pound on peg 4, winning the match. Peg 4 won the match with 41 pound.
Well, that lake.
That lake.
Match, did it?
Yeah, that lake, sorry. And so I've had, we'll go back to the 3 fish that Chicken had and you had, the carp. I've had 4 fish in total. One was a skimmer, about £1.5 pounds, and the other 3 fish, with those 4 fish, weighed 18 pound.
small stamp, weren't they?
Small stamp.
And you don't normally get a small stamp in Specially. If you get a carp, it's normally a good one.
Yeah. And £18 was, I think it was third on the lake. It was second in section, £41 won it. Les Marshall won his section with £24 and I had 18. So Les Marshall got his own back on me, and he's gone above me on weight by a pound or two.
Yeah.
So we were very close.
So you come second in the section, didn't you?
Second in section with £18. So one better than section the day before, but the lakes fish better the day before, didn't they?
And anyway, he ended up coming third. I had a good day, by the way, on that second day.
Yeah, you did.
I had 70. I come second in the match, but we didn't get out for it.
Thought about this. All ifs and buts. If I'd have had maybe £25, for example, and you're only a couple of pounds behind Fabian, you could have won Meat Golden Rod.
I know.
All ifs and buts, innit? Such small margins.
But you needed to win that, and I needed to beat Fabian for you.
Yeah, you did.
And you needed to win that section, and you would have been Golden Rod champ.
Yeah. And it was only one more fish.
Yeah. Well, and in fact, the last 10 minutes, right, I was fishing away, and I got this fella coming walking down the bank. And I said to him, look, mate, just stay back, because I'm catching down this edge here. Anyway, I chucks back out, and it goes whack again, and I thought, get in, another one. Anyway, I'm playing it, and there were some rocks like that down the side. Anyway, I'm playing it down there like I've done every fish, and this were the last 10 minutes, and it were another good one, 10, 12 pound, and it's there like that down that side, and my line must have rubbed on them rocks as it's jagging like that, and it's just cut it like that. Oh. And I thought, yeah, what? So I chucked that rod straight back down, because there were fish there. Picked my feeding feeder up, dunked straight feeding feeder, straight over the top with my other rod. And my other rod were like that. And I thought, it's got to go. There were like 5 minutes left. Anyway, I didn't know, and I thought I'd done all right, and they said Fabian had caught in the corner. Anyway, Fabian had ended up beating me by £2 or something like that. And if I'd have got that carp in, I'd have won the zone. And then you'd have been probably, all you needed were another fish, and you'd have won it. And
it could have just
swung. It's all fine margins.
It could have swung like that in minutes, couldn't it? Yeah. But thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a great laugh down there, didn't we? It was good company and all that sort of stuff. So
I enjoyed it. It were relaxing and all, weren't it? We never hyped up. It was never all stressful. It was just like, you know, we planned out, we stopped there, we go for breakfast. That was nice, that breakfast, weren't it? Apart from that carrot fella going off.
Yeah, that was funny, that. I must admit, I actually felt, even though I was in Rich, I felt as composed as I never felt. I wasn't like edgy or all like that. I felt sound.
You did, Big Money Alan, they call him now. Big Money Final Alan. So, it was great down there. I really enjoyed it, to be fair. And it was just a shame that first. I mean, I ended up coming 12th. So I were only 2 from out of the money. And just really fine lines to get you in. You just kick yourself and think, oh, if I'd have just done that.
To be fair, when you drew on that first day, I was like, oh.
Absolute crap.
Because I fished there, practice day, it was terrible. I think I had £7, £8. Yeah. It was terrible.
But it is what it is, isn't it? But you picked up plenty of money and lovely trophy and good memories down there. And,
it was.
And it was your first time down there, so learnt quite a lot, didn't you, and stuff. And
hopefully, I'll definitely be trying to get to final again, because it's too good not to try and get to final.
Of course it is.
Brilliant.
Sometimes there's a lot of hassle, isn't there, trying to get there and this and that. But when you get there and you fish the final and you do well, I mean, it could have been the other way around, where we'd drawn 2 absolute stinkers and had £4 or £5 on first day and then £3 on next. Some people didn't have bites, did they?
Yeah, I know.
And we could have been going home saying, I've never fishing that again. It's terrible. But you get the rub of the green.
And then you get people also saying it's because you're no good. Until you've been there, you don't understand it.
No, you don't understand.
You've got to draw. It doesn't matter how good you are. You've got to draw, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And that's where I think I've been lucky. Not that I'm better than anybody else. I've drawn better than you, haven't I?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because same pegs, you'd have done just as well.
Yeah. Well, you'd hope so, wouldn't you? But
you
never
better
know.
You don't know, do you?
Yeah, you don't know.
So,
but fishing's fishing.
It is.
Take your chances. Play the cards that you get dealt.
And talking about people walking
Oh.
up here, shall we talk about the other final?
Well, yes. So Alan's
Sorry to bore you,
qualified to another final at Langold, weren't it?
Langold Lake
For the Guru Feeder Cup.
Guru Feeder Cup.
I didn't bother with it. I just don't fancy it.
It's rock hard. You might fancy it next year because they're changing format. They're going to do some rounds qualifiers at Boddington Reservoir.
I've seen it.
Kiverton.
I might do.
Langold,
But is
so-
the final still at Langold?
Yeah.
They want some fish in it, don't they?
There is fish in it. It's just the feed at night time basically. They're so difficult to catch in day. So difficult to catch in day because it's clear. It's shallower in areas, weedy. It's just one of them. It's a natural venue that's difficult.
Anyway, get to final.
I've drawn peg 6. You walk down the jetty, and it opens up, and that's where you peg. That's where you
Right.
put
You've got Mick Viles next year, haven't you?
Mick Viles is 2 down from me. So peg 6. What did I think? I didn't really know. I know you can catch, but I also know you can blank there. Anyway, I've decided on like a 50-metre line and a 30-metre line.
Is that where you've got the bank in front of you, where you can chuck to the other side, 70 metres? It's like you've got the bank, haven't you?
No.
No.
You can't chuck past 60 metres anyway.
Right.
It's a halfway rule. You can't chuck past halfway at next peg. Same rules, keep it fair. So I've gone to I think it was 52 metres, found a lovely spot out there, which I've put bait, and then I've gone straight out fishing on a short line at 30 metres. And I've hooked into a tench. I'm like, I didn't realise what it was because they give it this, don't they? When it's either a big perch or a tench or a trout.
Yeah.
You know that? Because I'm on
Yeah,
braid.
yeah.
And it comes to the top, it's like a 3.5–4 pound tench.
Lovely
I'm like,
fish.
wow, get in. So then I'm fishing away. I ends up with a little perch, and after about an hour I had one after another people coming to say hello while I'm fishing this final. And there was one particular bloke, a lovely fella, and I don't think he actually realises what he's done, because I tried making excuses for myself. He's come down, he's been there for 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm like, I've just cast in again, and then he's gone, Alan, I've turned round and we've only got 013 bottom on. He's going, it's been lovely to see you. Good luck, and I'll let you know how anybody else is going when I see people. All right then, mate. I've turned around, my rod's on full bore. Full bang. I could tell it was tench, but by it, it's going and going. So it's gone wherever it wanted. I've not been able to pick it up and guide it anywhere. Lifted up, proper heavy. Bump,
Right.
yeah. And it snapped. And I was like, I don't think he realised he cost me a good feeder cup, that bloke.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Because did you come second?
Third.
You come third with what?
Six pound. I lost another tench, and I've caught another tench, and then another perch.
Right.
But one of them, it just came off. You know, you can lose a fish, can't you? Somebody says change your hooks. They're brilliant hooks. I can catch 99 fish, I lose one, and you want me to change my hook. They're brilliant hooks. It's just one of them things, weedy, and it's just come off halfway in another tench. It definitely cost me, and I thought it had snapped because I had a perch where I had to get disgorger in, but I always test line when I've done that and it was fine. I definitely think it's gone into weed, its rod's gone off max, I'm on braid, there's no stretch, lifted up, bump, bump, bang. So I didn't have any chance to give it any slack, and I'm on a clip as well, you see. So it was just like...
So he's cost you quite a bit of money, hasn't
Yeah, I don't think he really... you know, my fault for actually taking notice of him. I should have just ignored him. And people walking down platform, and it goes like this. He didn't actually walk all the way down platform. He stayed back, but I'm having to turn around to, when he's shouting me. And I thought, God, Bennett.
Don't take your eyes off the rod.
No, and platform, when people walk down, hey, how are you doing, Alan? And platform's going like this. So next time, if I do get to that final, I'll be blocking that platform off.
You'll still step over it and come down.
I can't help it, mate. I mean, I know what you'd have been like. You'd have get you sent off, wouldn't you? You'd have completely ignored them, but I'm probably a bit too soft.
Well, it's a good thing to talk about, to be fair, because
it is.
I mean,
and if you're watching it, you people, in a final, as much as I probably will talk to you, I don't really want to talk to you because I'm in a final.
Yeah.
And it's the same for you, isn't it?
I hate it, Pete. And that's not, I will talk to people and be nice to people, and they come round, and we've had people come especially to come and see us.
Yeah.
And you're always like, oh, he's come from here, there, and everywhere to come and see, and I'm like, yeah, I know he has, but I'm fishing, Alan. I'm fishing. I want to win. I want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So these finals, what we're getting, we spend all year getting into these finals.
Yeah.
And
About 15,000 quid a year I spend on getting to these finals,
right.
and I don't want to be talking to folk.
And then we get in a final, and then you have Tom, Dick and Harry run down to come and see you. Dave, look at this on this peg. I've had 3 carp out of this peg. This, mate, I'm fishing for 20 grand here. I'm fishing for 10 grand. I don't want to see a picture on your phone. I don't want to really talk to you. F off. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that I'm nasty or anything like that, but you've got to realise that we spend thousands of pounds all this time over here with blood, sweat, tears go into these matches to qualify for these finals.
Yeah.
And then we've got some fella coming down and saying, look at this, do that. I caught down here, I caught down there, Dave. You want to fish
Signals
down this
to
side?
fish.
And I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
get out of there. Stop pointing and F off. And then they probably think to me,
There is a
God,
grumpy
he's a grumpy
Yeah.
bugger. I won't watch, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking, son, you can't please everyone, and you can't. But you've got to understand people out there watching the videos.
Yeah.
When
it's a final or a big qualifier, talk to you before and after. But
I'll
really,
talk to you before and after all day long if
and
you
I
want.
probably still would,
And
but I don't want to.
yeah,
It's not right.
you've got to understand.
It's like a massive passion that we're doing, and
Yeah.
we don't, especially in a final.
Yeah.
Talk to me after.
Yeah.
Let me concentrate.
But you see, the ones that we fish, they're not coned off, they're not finger, like they may have a match this or stuff. They want crowds to come, they want to sit behind you. There's nowhere, there's barriers up where you can't get down and say, hey Dave, and then we're turning around and doing this and doing, you know what I mean? They're there to fish, they just want to fish, and people come and you walk around and you watch the anglers.
Yeah.
But these other finals, what we're in, the Golden Rod, Guru Cup, all these ones, it's full access for people to come down. Hey up Dave, you alright? I'll sit behind you for 10 minutes. Well, yeah, what are you doing?
Don't realise, do they?
No, I had at JCB Lakes, right? And yeah, it's free for all. You can walk round and everything like that. It's all right, but I've spent 60, 70 quid on a ticket, plus all my stuff, all my gear, all this. And then you get someone sat behind you. And they've come for a freaking holiday, haven't they, with a sandwich and a drink and that. And I'm like, mate, what are you doing? Let me fish. I always tell you, me, don't I? This freaking fella sat behind me doing me head in. But it's not that I'm horrible, and it's not that it loses your concentration. When I'm in a match, I'm thinking, right, I'll cast there for 10 minutes. I'm looking at my clock. Right, once I've done that, I'm going to feed that up. I'm going to do this. And then if you've got someone behind you,
you forget to do it.
You forget to do it, and then you middle of your match, you're like, oh, I forgot to do that now. Where am I?
Yeah.
I can't fish that, and I don't mind saying all right to everybody.
Look at Lee Kenny one year when Joe were filming it, and he's turned around and said, "How's it going, Lee?" And he was in a rhythm with Lee, and he said he never blamed Joe. But I think he just missed out. I think Zach won it that year,
right? And
just broke his rhythm, and he just lost that sequence of getting the fish in the net, back out, getting the fish. And it felt like he'd just lost his way for a few minutes, just broke off.
Yeah.
And that is really high pressure when you're speed catching like that.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, so
we go to these. I know we have a laugh, and we have a laugh before, and we have a laugh after. But in the match, it's serious. Like I rang up in the match. You know, Alan, no, put phone down. Half the time he don't answer it. You know what I mean? We talk like Tids is worse for it. You draw next to Tidsy, he wants to rip your head off, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'm like, Tidsy, all right? No. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's all serious stuff, innit?
Yeah, it is.
So
It is in finals.
Yeah.
I mean, like that final there, when I lost that fish, I can't tell you how much. Inside, I absolutely boiled. And the bloke, I'm sure the bloke didn't even know I'd lost a fish. And I was just like, if he hadn't have distracted me to turn round,
Yeah, you'd have picked it up further, and
I'd have had some play. I'd have been able to guide. I'm 100% certain I'd have had it, but you know, I didn't lose any sleep over it. But I was just like, God's sake.
You could have won that, couldn't you?
100%. 100%. I think he cost me the Guru Feeder Cup. So, you know who you are.
You know what I'd have been? I'd have been fuming.
Yeah.
But,
I just kept me cool and went, right, see you later, mate.
mm,
I won't tell you what I thought, but honestly, I was absolutely fuming inside.
yeah. It's like that at the Golden Rod, though. When I said to that fella, stay back from the edge, like that, I just said, just stay back, please, mate. I've got a fish on. And I had a fish on. And if that fish had come off, I'd have been absolutely fuming. Because it takes your eye off the ball, doesn't it? You don't...
I mean, we spoke about this, people, and we're not trying to be mangy, we're not taking it too serious, but you cannot approach people in big finals. It's not fair. You haven't travelled and done all the time we've done. You cannot come up to us in big matches. Before and after, no problem. And, you know, it's not being mangy, but that's the first time it opened my eyes where I was like...
I've been like that
it's
forever,
cost me
though,
that.
hasn't
Yeah.
it?
You've been like it forever, yeah. So it's just like, give us a bit of respect, and if you want to say hello, no problem, but don't hang about. Not in a final.
No, I agree, Alan, and I think it's had to be said, though, hasn't it?
It has. Because like Tommy said, I was talking to Tommy about it, and he went, you know what Tommy's like? You know that's your fault.
Yeah.
Like, look. He says, and it's my fault.
Yeah.
And he's talking like that. He goes, we've created this where we're showing people fishing. We've become like, I suppose, like celebrities in a way with fishing world, but then people want to say hello, which I understand. And he says, we've created his own problem. He says, I can't tell you how many times it's cost me. And, you know, felt like I was getting the telling off, you know what I mean? He says, you've created the problem, social media, YouTube channel and all that sort of stuff. Which is right though, isn't it? You know, so...
But, yeah, if you see me on the bank and I tell you to F off...
don't take offence.
And we'll have a good chat after.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to something else. We've probably only got a few... I think that's pretty much about it, haven't we? What else we got to talk about?
Feeder Masters final coming up.
Oh, God, another one Alan's qualified for.
Boom!
Go on then.
And still now looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that one. But it was quite a decent match, that DK, wasn't it, for me?
Yes, it was a good match. And I tell you what, I thought I drew
I did.
sock on in that corner. And to have two spare pegs, I thought I were laughing all the way to bank me. And in the first hour...
Yeah, because I came up, didn't I? And I went, there's nobody fishing there, Dave.
No.
He went, I was like, wow.
Hour in the corner with the wind blowing in at Decoy. I think it was on Yule Lake, is it, or Cedar? One of them, anyway.
Elm.
I
were on Elm, you were on
Yeah, because it's back
Cedar.
to back, innit?
Yeah.
And I thought, and I didn't really want to get me hyped up, and he come over saying, what do you think, Dave? And I thought, you know what, I really fancy this. You know, I've got a really good chance here at qualifying first off straight away.
Yeah. It looked lovely though, didn't it, as well?
And in the first hour, Alan, I'd got £30-40.
Yeah, because I rang you and I'd hardly got out.
You've got no, and I was like, I'm storming here. If I keep going on and on and on, and it's only going to get better.
Did I say I got about £20? And you got about 30 odd?
Yeah. No, I'd got more. I'd got a load, mate, because I'd got about 3 or 4 big carp.
Did you?
Anyway, for whatever reason, they just upped and left and moved, and I couldn't get a bite, and I didn't have a bite for 2 hours, and I just thought, that's it, I've had it. And they'd moved all into middle, and everybody at middle started catching, didn't they? And then I rang you up and I said, how you doing? And you said, oh, I'm ticking over, I'm doing all right. Yeah. I'm not pulling any trees up. And then in the last 2 hours, it just went mental for you, didn't it?
Yeah, but it weren't, because I said to you, didn't I? I said, these bites, it would literally, dink, that were it.
Yeah.
I had 2 that went round. And it took me a little bit to cotton on to that. And I remember thinking, this is the same as last time. You've got to lift on them, Alan. And I just emptied it and I bet I put £50 in it last hour.
Yeah. Anyway, I packed up, went home with face on me because I just.
Yeah,
thought,
you did, yeah.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't, because I thought.
I forgot about that.
No, I did, because I just thought, I've had enough
Charlie's
of this.
gear in, I've looked and he's.
Yeah.
Was Dave gone?
Yeah.
Gone?
Yeah, I'd gone, mate. I'd
So,
had enough. Because I
got-
thought, I'd got it in my head though that I'm going to absolutely slaughter it. You know when you get it in your head and you don't want to be too confident walking around here with pigeon chest out. And I was quietly confident and thought, I'm going to have this today, this is it. And especially in that first hour, and then that were it, then I was getting worse and worse.
Because they weighed you in first and then worked the way down towards me, didn't they?
As soon as they weighed me in, I weighed in, I can't remember, 40, 50 pounds or something, I don't know.
Yeah, something like
nothing really. And I just thought, I've had enough of this. And because I'd rang you in day, I thought, oh, he's not got much. So I just thought, forget it, I'm off. So I put all my stuff in, I'm off on road, me. Anyway, because it's a long drive from Deacon, you rings me up, and I went, I'm on M1 or whatever, so didn't I? And he went, you'll never guess what. I said, what? He says, I've only gone and qualified.
He went, like, give over.
I said, shit. He went, yeah, I've qualified, I've had 100. And I'm like, I said, you weren't catching out, Ali. He went, I know, I've emptied it in the last 2 hours.
Yeah.
So he's done it
Did I
again.
have about 116, 118 pounds?
It was close, weren't it? I think you had 116, then Presmec.
106.
Yeah, and then Steve Curtis were close and all, weren't it?
Well, yeah.
So he's done it again.
Yeah.
He's in Feeder Masters final.
I wish you could have heard him. Give over, you won't catch your note.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't
did,
believe me, did you?
No.
So
dear.
I really enjoyed that. And don't they fight hard on there?
Oh,
They are maniac carp. Absolute
I
maniac.
always enjoy going to Deco. And we had a good breakfast at Sunshine Calf, didn't we? Where you have
Oh,
a sausage and a burger or whatever.
yeah, oh, nice. I like it there.
Yeah.
Another thing as well with
What?
anglers. I hate this because it affected
Oh, packing up.
packing up and chucking your bait in and walking past anglers when they're fishing, especially when,
That's what I
when they're
had.
going to margins.
I had. Because people weren't catching up, two down. I was
Matty
in the
Benwell,
corner.
Matty Benwell went mad. He
Yeah.
says I was catching and then the people chucking the bait in and walking
Just
past
gone
it.
off 2 hours early.
Yeah.
And I got people walking past. That probably did me and all. Because
Yeah.
I stopped catching. And
Yeah.
everybody's walking past me.
Yeah.
And then I see it across. Someone's packing up and he's walking up, going in his van and then going to tackle shop, coming back.
Yeah.
This fella. And then he's walking up and down and I'm thinking, if that had been freaking one.
Headlock.
God.
Yeah. So you anglers out there that enter these comps, I know that it's another telling off, David.
Aye, we're giving it to him, aren't
If
we?
you are going to pack up, don't chuck all your bait in.
No.
I mean, for God's sake.
Listen, on these matches, these big uns, they shouldn't be packing up
No,
because
they should stay.
they should have the respect for the other anglers.
Yeah.
All right, if it's miles away and you're on, say, for instance, you're on a big reservoir and you're not catching, then fair enough, it's not going to make that much difference.
No, because you're
right?
chucking 50, but not when people are giving it this.
Not when people are down edge and down here and there's only a little gap like that between you and next angler and stuff like that. I find it disrespectful.
I saw him
And
packing up.
I were fuming. That's why I packed up, went home early, because I were fuming.
Guy to my left, once he realised I caught a few, we were about an hour or so to go. He was chucking his bait in and up and down, and Matty Benwell were going absolutely mad.
Yeah.
I says, I saw him. I said, luckily it didn't affect me because they were on me, still chucking to far bank.
Well, it probably did you a favour, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that's another gripe. We're on one, aren't we, this week? We're on one this week.
You're all having it this week.
God. That's it. Everyone unsubscribe, block. They'll never come to... They'll see you. Hey, Alan Norris is there. Don't say out to him because he'll not talk back. No, we won't. We
No.
won't.
Always talk, but it did bug me that day in that final.
Yeah, it did bug me and all, Alan, to be fair.
Yeah.
So 2 gripes there, but yeah, we'll finish on a good one.
Yeah. So, apart from all the telling offs that you've had,
Sorry about that, everybody. You hopefully we're a bit more happier on the next one.
always happy. But
I'll tell you what, I tell you what, a good note. I'm really, really impressed with Jackson. We're going out fishing and doing a lot more together.
oh,
And he wants to go out every week
Is it a separate channel you've set up that?
No, no,
Is it
no.
still on Baguptv?
It's still on my channel, but I'm uploading these videos where we go carp fishing because he's into carp fishing.
He's gone mega keen, hasn't he?
He's opened my eyes out to it because I used to think, forget them bivvy people sat there carp fishing, all this stuff.
But it's right up your street,
I'll tell you
Dave,
what,
isn't it?
it's not far up my street because
Cooking breakfast.
I can sit there, cook breakfast, and I tell you what, it's so relaxing. You know, you've got 3 rods out, you don't know what you could catch. It could be a 10-pound cut, it could be a 20-pound cut, it could be a 30-pound cut.
Yeah.
You could have a catfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All these things, it just excites me, and just the way that I'm going out with Jackson.
What are they called? Is it the adventure?
Yeah, the adventure.
Well, take it from me, watch him. I mean, I watch him anyway because I'm interested of how he does his videos, and I like to see Jackson catching and what have you. Jackson is brilliant. Better than him coming across on when he does that little talk over. He's brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
I listened to it first time. I went, he's better than you at that, Dave. And he is. He's brilliant. Just watch it. It's brilliant stuff. Great to see young as like that. So well done, Jackson.
Yeah, he's doing well. Ray enjoys it. Keen as mustard.
Yeah.
He wants to go out. We've been to Norton Disney twice. Didn't have a bite. Well, we had a bite and he lost one. The next time we went, we've had a couple of liners, couldn't catch out. But he's still, we've had 2 blanks.
Yeah.
And he's still wanting to go. And he's like, look, him putting him off, you know what, it makes him more determined. And I said, we're going to go back to Norton Disney. He says, let's leave it a week.
So it's a case of
let's
next time.
Yeah, he's not like that's it, I'm packing in. It's we've got to go there again, and we've got to catch.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean, and the determination and stuff like that. We're going to go somewhere this week where it's a bit more easier to catch. I think we're going to go back up to that Catherine's Lakes where you can catch a few. But then next week,
I've got a little project.
We're going back to Norton Disney.
I've got a little project that would be great for him to try and catch a carp from.
Well,
Sally Walsh's.
Yeah. That'd be hard, wouldn't it?
They're big in there though.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
You know where to go, bottom end.
Yeah. Might have to go to Sally Walsh.
Nice that.
Yeah.
I'll go along and do some roach fishing, perhaps in October.
Yeah, we'll have a day. We'll go carping.
And you can get sausages on.
Well, for me and Jackson. Yeah.
No, bring some for me. Bloody hell. We tell me mum on you.
Alright, I'll bring you a couple of sausages.
I'll bring a tin of beans.
I'll
bring a tin of beans.
I remember last time I went to Sally Walsh's.
You did sausages?
I did sausage, and you come with 2 sausages. You went, they're mine, don't touch them. You know what, I might chef for you. No, I'll cook them for you.
It was when you did that, it was over 2 lakes.
Yeah, with Sally Walsh's feeder cup, weren't it?
Yeah.
It were alright, that, weren't it? Yeah. It were just too much in the summer, I think it were. It might have been a bit better later on where... Because we were catching catfish, weren't you? Remember them little catfish everybody were catching and stuff? Yeah. It weren't bad, were it?
Yeah, they'll have grown now, they'll be...
I've been to Sally Walsh's for a couple of years.
It's only 20 minutes from my house, so I might actually have a little visit there.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, we'll leave it there. All we've talked about is Alan's big adventure qualifying for all the things that he's qualified.
It's been ace.
But I tell you what, Alan, you have really come on, and I'm proud of you for doing it, mate.
Ah, cheers, Dave. He's a big softy at heart, I'll tell you.
Oh, what, lad? Don't come near me when I'm on a match.
Aye.
So that's it. Thanks very much for watching. I'm going to go to Independent Tackle now, and I've got to pick up some bite alarms for Jackson's birthday, so don't tell him, but I'm getting some new bite alarms.
Oh, good lad.
So we'll see you on that. What we got next? We've got the Garbolino British Rod Champs. Looking forward to that. And then we're back on for the season, aren't we? It'll be
and then
UK Champs.
UK Champs is coming up. And then after that, we'll be back on Golden Rod Trail.
Yeah, I can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, so we've absolutely loads to be going at. It's been crackers this year.
Yeah. So we'll see you on the next one, hopefully. We won't leave it too long. We'll get cracking another month or so. We'll try and do 1 a month of these.
Yeah.
Keep them going.
Keep them going.
So that's it.
So thanks for watching, people. Been absolutely wonderful. And don't forget, it is absolutely free to subscribe to these channels. I still can't believe that, Dave. Free to subscribe to these channels. Click that notification bell. You get all his videos as we upload them. And a thumbs up.
Would be nice.
So until next time, folks, we'll see you on the bank, wherever it may be.
But talk to us before and after the match. See you soon.
Keep on bagging.
And fish on.